Hey guys, welcome to Happy Coding for Everyone channel. What will you learn from this video? JavaScript browser BOM usages. Let's start coding. I'm going to start with inner width and inner height example. I need to create a paragraph with ID name, let's say window. We can save our HTML file. Then we can use the same JavaScript file. I'm going to create two variables. One of them for width, window dot inner width and semicolon, and another one is for height, window dot inner height and semicolon. And let's display that values on screen. I'm going to create another variable to do that. Let screen equal document dot get element by ID, and our ID name, which is window, we assigned here as you remember, and semicolon. Let's display it. Screen dot inner HTML equal and backtick, let's say browser inner width, $, curly braces, and our variable name W, and height, $, curly braces, and H variables, and semicolon. And let's save it and have a look at it. We see width and height as you see. Let's change size of our browser and refresh the page. You see guys, value is changing. Let me reduce height to and change white to, and let's refresh the page again. See guys, values have changed. Let me make it bigger for you and let's make it smaller and refresh the page. You see guys, we see new values. As you notice, I displayed the values on our screen by using JS6 rules. We use backtick at the beginning and ending, and we use variables inside the text like this. We have already covered that subject in our previous tutorial as you remember. Let's have a look at another example. Opening a tab. Let me put a HR here and button open tab and on click open tab, which is our function name, and brackets. Let me copy my function name and save the HTML file, and let's create our function. Function open tab and curly braces, window open, let's say https google.com and semicolon. Let's save it and have a look at it. We just need to click that one, open tab, and we see the targeted URL. Let's create another function to close the tab. I can copy and paste that one, and let's put a HR here, and let's say close tab and close tab. Let's copy our function name and save the HTML file, and let's create another function. Function close tab, curly braces, window dot close and brackets, then semicolon. Let's save it and have a look at it. Let's click that button. You see guys, we close the tab. Let's open it again. Just need to stop that one and go live again, and we see the same page. Or you can enter this URL directly without turning on off our live server. It is depend on you. If you want, you can run or stop live server just clicking right on your screen, then open with live server or stop live server from the menu. And let's have a look at open new window, move new window, and resize that window size. Let me put another HR here. Let me get it up. Button, let's say open window, and on click open window and brackets, which is our function name. Let me copy that one and let's save our HTML file. Let me get it up. And let's create our function. Our function name and curly braces. Before our function, I want to create a variable. Let my window, and let's start our function. My window equal window dot open and our codes, comma, and our variable name, my window, and we are going to assign width and height. Width equal, let's say, 200, and comma, height equal 200, and we are closing our code and semicolon, and my window dot document write, and let's put a message. Let's put a paragraph tag here. This is our new window and semicolon. Let's save it and have a look at it. Let me click that button. You see guys, we see a new window. Let's have a look at move window option. I need to create another button. I can copy that one and paste it here. Let's change the name of the function, move, and let's copy it and save the HTML file, and let's create our function. Function, move window and curly braces. My window, which is our variable, and move to 500, 100. It is X and Y values, and my window dot focus and semicolon. Let's save it and have a look at it. Let me change name of it to here, move window, and let's have a look at it again. First, I am going to open a window, then I am going to move that window. We just see 100 pixel move towards the down because I am using two different screen. If we use just only one screen, you will see that movement, or we can change some values. Let's say 500 and let's say 1500. Let's save it and have a look at it. I need to open new window. Then let's click the move. You see guys, it's moved towards the down and little bit right. Let's make it that one 2000. Let's save it and have a look at it one more time. Open a new window and let's move the window. You see guys, we move the window like this. We can close that window. And let's have a look at resizing window. I want to create another button and let's change the function name, resize, and let's say resize. Let me copy our function name and save our HTML file, and let's create our function and curly braces. Let's move it up a little bit. Variable name, my window dot resize to, let's say 400, 400, and semicolon. Let's save it and have a look at it. Let's open a window first, then click the resize window. As you see guys, our window size has been changed. We can close it. Let's have a look at displaying screen size rather than browser size. I'm going to create paragraph tags. Let's put a HR, P, and ID, let's say screen width, and another P, ID, screen height. We can save it, our HTML file. Let's type our JavaScript code. Let me get it up. Document dot get element by ID. Our ID name is, as you remember, screen width, and dot inner HTML equal backtick screen width and $, curly braces, window, screen width, and semicolon. Let me make it wider for you guys. And I can copy and paste for height. We just need to change ID name, which is screen height, and also that one must be changed to height. Let's save it and have a look at it. You see guys, this is my screen size. You probably see different values if you use different size of screen. And now I want to show usage of window location. We are going to take full URL. It means full URL, and our host name. It means our domain name, and our path name, which is after the domain name, and protocol, which protocol we are using. At the moment we are using HTTP protocol, but sometimes it might be HTTPS for security. And then also we will have a look at port, which port we are using. Let's create a couple of paragraph tags in our HTML file first. Let's add a HR and PID, let's say full URL, and another p tag for host name, and another p tag for path name, and another one for protocol, ID equal protocol, and last one is port. We can save our HTML file and let's type our JavaScript code. Document get element by ID, full URL, which is our ID name, as you remember, dot inner HTML equal backtick the full URL $ curly braces window location dot ahref, then semicolon. Let's save it and have a look at it. You see guys, we see our full URL. Let's put colon here to make it better view. Let's have a look at it again. This is our full URL. Let me copy and paste to show rest of them. That one is host name. We just need to change that one to host name, and let's say host name. Let's save it and have a look at it. See guys, we see host name. It means our domain name. Let me paste one more time, and that one path name, and we should change that one to path name. Let's save it and have a look at it. You see guys, our path name, which is after our domain name. And let's paste one more time for our protocol. Can change that one to protocol, and we should change that one to protocol. All those things is JavaScript property guys. Let's save it and have a look at it. We see our protocol HTTP. And lastly, let's have a look at our port name. We just need to change our ID name, and let's change text name to, and that one to port. Let's save it and have a look at it. So guys, this is our port, which is that one. We are going to use those things in our future project example. Let's have a look at loading a new document with JavaScript. Let me put a HR here. I need to create an input, type button. We don't need those things. We can delete for now. And value, load a new document. And our function name on click, load new document, and bracket. Let me copy our function name and save HTML file, and let's create our function. Let me get it up first. Function, our function name, and curly braces, window dot location dot assign. We use assign to do that, and let's say https google.com and semicolon. Let's save it and have a look at it. We just need to click the button, and we see targeted URL loaded on the browser. And lastly, I want to show go back and go forward. I need to create two buttons. Let me put another HR here. and let's move a little bit up. Input type button, we can delete those are, and value, let's say go back, and our function name on click go back brackets, and we can copy that one, paste one more time for go forward, let's say go forward, and function name go forward. We can save our HTML file and we can start our functions. Function go back and curly braces window dot history. We use history property and back. Back is method. As you see, we see different colors. That one is our property, that one is our method, which is already created in JavaScript. We don't need to type anything else to create that functionality, and brackets and semicolon. Let's create the other one. Function go forward brackets and curly braces window that our property history and our method forward and brackets, then semicolon. Let's save it and have a look at it. They are doing the same things on our browser. Go back and forward. Let's access in Google first, then access our URL, then let's say go back. You see guys, we came Google because Google is our previous URL which we visited, and we can click go forward. We see the Google and go back. As I said, functionality is the same with our browser history functionality. We will use all those functionalities in our feature projects. We will do lots of different projects to understand all JavaScript functionality. We will start with simple project, then we will start advanced level project in our feature tutorials. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching it. See you in the next video.